Crabs in a bucket. That's where we're at with society. That's where we're at with health and fitness, with greatness, with achieving anything, with standing out from the crowd. We are just crabs in a motherfucking bucket. Now, if you don't know what this metaphor means, it's this concept of if you put a whole bunch of crabs in a bucket, you don't need to put a lid on it, you know? And the reason why is because the crabs will pull the other crabs out down to prevent them from escaping because they can't escape. In fact, if they try too many times, they'll often actually cripple or kill the crab that's trying to escape. And it's honestly one of the most perfect metaphors for life, especially when you start a journey like 126 to greatness. When you start actually pursuing your greatness, doing something outside of the norm, saying fuck you to mediocrity and going after it, choosing to step into your potential as a father, as a husband, as a man, to be the best version of yourself, the greatest version of yourself. You're going to discover the crabs in your life. And no, I'm not talking about the ones from college. I'm talking about the people who are there in your life who don't actually want to see you succeed. And it's a fascinating one when you go through it, because for a lot of people, it hurts them. It's actually crippling to go through that process, because you'll quickly discover who is actually in your corner, who is actually on your side, who is actually there to support you and uplift you. And what you discover is the majority of people who are in your life are actually selfish as fuck. They don't actually care about you. All they want is the version of you that serves them. And it's when you get comments like, oh man, you changed. You used to be different, man. Like, remember when you used to do this? Yeah, I used to subserve you. That version of me served you best. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about the best version of me. It wasn't about being and allowing this potential and greatness to flow through me. It was about what gave you the best. And so you will discover very quickly who is actually on your side. And I have seen this in all its formats, from friends, from partners, from family, from all of it. And it's fucking disgusting. It's a sad commentary on where we are in society. That, especially when we're talking health and fitness, you choosing even moderately level, like we're not even talking 126 to greatness level. We're just talking like doing a little bit better, eating a bit healthier, exercising a bit more frequently. Those things, people are going to start questioning you. They'll start to sabotage you. Some of it will be subtle, and some of it will be harsher. Like, man, have the beer. You deserve it. You've been working hard this week. You know, just have the burger, have the pizza, have the junk food. Just take a night off. Like, what's the point of killing yourself? What's the point of, killing yourself with junk food, with alcohol, with drugs, with sedation? What's the point of crushing your potential when you could be out there doing something great? But when you start changing your habits and you start pursuing your greatness and your potential and seeing what is actually possible for yourself, you hold up a mirror and then you shine a fucking beacon down on these people as to how weak and pathetic they are, how much they have given up, how little they are doing in their life, how little of their potential they have reached. You shine a beacon on it, and it makes them uncomfortable, makes them upset. And the answer isn't, hey, if Lachlan can do it, maybe I can too. It's, fuck Lachlan, let's bring him back down to us. Especially in Australia, we have some of the fiercest tall poppy syndrome I have seen, where people don't actually want you to they want you to succeed, but not more than them. So can you start surpassing them? Oh, what are you doing? Like, surely you should just stop. Try something different. Like, is that really necessary? And it's a big fucking problem. And it'll come. What makes it worse, and as I said, I've seen it time and time again, is it will come from those that you love and cherish most. And those are the ones that hurt. Those that are closest to you because you serve them the most. That will hurt. Hopefully, and I hope that you have a supportive wife and supportive children like I do. Because if you've got them in your corner, it doesn't fucking matter about anybody else. Friends come and go, even family come and go, but you need that one person in your corner. And you can overcome this. You can take on anything. You can do anything. But especially when you start changing your health and fitness, as I said yesterday, the bar is on the fucking floor. If you kind of do any form of exercise, you're ahead of the curve. You're already winning at fucking life. You go all in on yourself, and people will comment. People will judge you. They will criticize you. They will say things about you. And yet, you have to keep going. Because continuing to live in mediocrity, to continue to live in average, to settle, to fit in with the norm, is going to fucking kill you. Maybe not physically, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally. It is going to cripple you. It is going to eat away at you. You know you are called for more. You know this for a fact. You wouldn't be here listening to me if you didn't know you were called to something greater. And you have that calling deep inside you for something more. Then you know you can be a better father, a better husband, a better man. That you can lead by example. You know who you used to be. You used to have that discipline, that focus, that drive, that capacity. Where did it go? It's still in there. That muscle hasn't died completely, but you got to start training it again. You got to start doing the work, focusing on you, and ignoring the crabs in the bucket. They're always going to be there. There is always going to be people who are trying to bring you down. But a couple of things that always come to mind on this. One, if you ain't being hated on, you ain't doing shit. And it's one I have always loved and yet always struggled with. Because it's natural to want to be liked. Overall, I actually don't give a shit what people think, but I also don't want to receive hate. Like, it's a fine line between the two. But if you're actually going to step up and you're going to lead your wife, your kids, all those around you, and you're going to lead by example, there are going to be some people who hate on you. Just recognize it as the compliment that it is. That means you are doing something great. You are in the pursuit of your greatness. And that's all that matters. And, you just have to keep pushing forward with that. Because you will get hated on. And the other one to remember is people above you don't shit on you. It's only people below you. You already exceeded them. The reason why they're hating on you is because you have surpassed them and you make them feel inadequate. You hold up that mirror to their weakness, to their insecurities, to their pathetic choices in life. You are holding it up as a beacon of this is what is possible and this is what you're doing. That's why they hate on you. No one above you is ever going to hate on you. They're going to lift you up. They're going to support you. They're going to say, keep fucking going. It's only small minds that hate on other people. So as you go through this process, it's going to change. There are going to be big changes. And you just have to keep going. And often it'll be, as I said, those who are closest to you that will hate first. Because in general terms, it's not always accurate, but it takes about 4 weeks for you to notice a change. It takes about 8 weeks for those close to you to notice a change, and about 12 weeks for the world to notice a change. So at about the 8-week mark, when those changes are coming, but they're not so evident, it'll start. And they'll start off supportive, and it'll sound supportive. As I said, like, hey, you've been working really hard. Take a break. Take a couple of days off. It's fine. You don't need to go do that today. No, you fucking do. And in fact, when you are met with these things, that's when you double down harder. That's when you push further. Last night was a great example of that. I finished my walk 11:30ish, something like that last night. And I was literally on sending a voice note to a friend at the time. And they were like, why do you do that? Like, you don't need to do that. You can just go home and get some sleep. And like, you could have a day off. You don't have to go 7 days a week. And I was like, those are actually the days that I love the most. You know why? Because it separates me from the rest. That's where that gap is broadened. It's not in the easy days. It's not when everything goes perfectly. By 9 o'clock this morning, I'd finished the majority of my list. I was fucking killing it today. Those days are easy. I'm on track to actually get to bed early and have some time with my wife. And that's fucking amazing. But it's the days when I've spent all day being dad, family day. And I fucking love those days. Oh my God, do I love those days. That is what I live for. Sundays, where I get to spend the entire day with my beautiful children and my gorgeous wife. I get to spend that whole day with them. But it meant come 6:30 when my kids were in bed, I hadn't done shit. So it all had to get done. So I went to fucking work. And every step I took out there, it was fucking cold. I've got the weight vest on, I've got the gloves, I've got the beanie, and I'm just out there fucking grinding that out. Did not want to be there. And I knew I had to be up at 5 a.m. this morning to go. And I got it done. And every step I was like, fuck yes. It invigorated me. It made me feel amazing because, as I spoke about yesterday, we need to compete. There wasn't even anyone around to compete against, but I was winning. I knew I was competing and I was winning because I was out there like there is no other motherfucker out here. God, I'm never going to be David Goggins, but having my moment, my tiny little moment of being David Goggins, being like, where are the other motherfuckers? Where are they? They're in bed, living comfortable lives, and I'm out here fucking getting after it. Because that's when it separates. That's when, you know that you're kicking resistance ass because you're out there pursuing it and you're like, yeah, I could have taken it easy. I could have called it early and no one would have ever fucking known. No, but instead I'm out there grinding, doing the work, and still no one's ever going to know. But I knew, and I built that credibility with myself last night and I felt it go in and I was like, yes, that's the next brick in building the character of the man I know I truly am. That's the next step. And I was competing. And every step I was like, can you go faster? Can you push it? Can you push it? And I'm like, I need more weight. How can I get more weight for the next time? Can I push further? How much further can I take this? How much harder can I work? Because I was competing against people who are in bed, people I'll never see, people I'll never know. And they'll never know that I competed and won. But I knew. And it built that in me. And that's the difference. That when you get to this point and you become immune to the crabs and it's just fucking chatter. It's just chatter to you. And you go, you know what? I'm out here winning. Not only am I winning, I am dominating. I am seeking to extend that gap between you and me. Because I'm chasing my greatness. I am chasing my potential to see where I can end up. And the days when I don't want to do it, when you're in bed asleep and I'm out here doing the work, that's what creates the separation. That's what defines me in my character building. That's when I get the big win on my mental toughness and my focus and my drive. And that's the winning in life that we're in pursuit of. So, the question is, when the crabs come, are they going to bring you back down to normal? Are they going to pull you back to mediocrity? Are you just going to accept that that's your lot in life and so be it, and you might as well just hit the pub, have some beers, have some pizza, have some food, just kick back and enjoy it. Enjoy the quick dopamine instead of the actual soul-fulfilling satisfaction that comes from chasing your greatness, from going out every day and working your ass off in earnest of something bigger than yourself for those that matter to you. That's true enjoyment in life. So will you let the crabs win? Or are you going to kick them in the motherfucking face? Tell them to shove it as you just keep pushing forward. You'll find better friends. Friends who actually do support you. Friends who are on the same path as you, who are doing the work just like you. The simplest way to find them is to join 126 to Greatness, to become part of that brotherhood who are going out and doing the work and supporting each other as we go. As I said, only people below you will pull you down, who will shit on you, who will hate on you for going out and chasing your greatness. Those who are in the trenches with you or above you, calling the shots, they will love you and they will support you and they will uplift you and they will guide you through to your greatness. So the question is, what are you going to do? Because many are called, only a few will answer, but only the greats complete it. Do you fall into that club? Are you ready to join the Greatness Club? If so, shoot me a message. Let's see if you've got what it takes. Until then.